Hi guys, welcome to Matt Bayersky YouTube channel. I've just got a quick break because I'm busy working on the website and many other things. It's lovely to see you all. How are you all doing? Welcome to Matt Bayersky YouTube channel. Yay! Growing and growing. Gosh, audio shot. I just looked like 15 minutes ago and I went, oh my god, we're nearly at 100,000 subscribers. Did you hear that? I did. Really? Oh God, that's amazing. It's just amazing. I remember when I first started and I was so excited thinking, maybe one day we could get to 1,000 subscribers. It's amazing. I pinch myself. I honestly pinch myself, guys. Anyway, I just thank you. It's just so beautiful. It's a great day today. It's brilliant. I'm keeping stum, but I'm not saying anything. But we're on the transition of the old website to the new website as we speak. Something's happening in the air, in the energy, in the waves. there's a transition, and the new website comes out soon, launches with the book From My Heart to Yours. So that'll be available in the next few hours or Monday, hopefully, if there's no glitches. And just cross your fingers, guys. Oh, it's such a beautiful book. It really is. Anyway, guys, what we're going to talk about today, I don't know if you know, but a lot of you keep sending me messages all the time. I can't answer them all, guys, because I'm working full time. It's like you going to work now, starting at 9 o'clock at work, and then imagine you've got 150 to 300 messages a day, and you have to try and answer them messages, but you're working. Well, that's like me. It's just impossible. So what I try and do is scan, and whatever I see, I try and answer. I've got a book here, and I filled it with your questions, and I haven't really bothered with it, but I just saw it there, and I thought, you know what? I'll go to the book now, and we'll just answer a few questions before. We'll see where we get with it. Okay, I said I was going to do more work with crystals. Let's see if we can do both, right? So let this be a little our come a bit closer. Our little workshop with basically on how we can move forward in life. So let's just go through a few of these. Okay, let's try one. Okay, so this is what somebody wrote a while ago. Okay, so it says, Mark, how do you know if you're on your right path? Which is the path that Spirit is trying to guide me on? What an amazing question. What a bloody amazing, deep, beautiful question. How many of us just want to know if we're on the right path? But what a beautiful way to put it. How do I know when Spirit is trying to guide me onto the right path? It's such an amazing question. So should we try and tackle that? Let's see if I can tackle it. See if I can try and help you. Listen, guys, you'll always find in life that clever people will always take a complicated, what would seem complicated answer or question, they would take a really simple answer and make it very complicated for you. I found that when I first started on this path, and I noticed, I was reading in between the lines, these people were stretching the truth, or they were making it a little bit more complicated, and they were saying, like, these are the first steps, but now you have to go to these steps to be able to. And there was either trying to grab you into their world and listen to them all the time, or buy into them in whatever way, monetary value or other ways, and I noticed really quick how there was a form of manipulation. Now, people often say to me, oh, but Mark, you're doing the same thing, you're selling crystals. And I said, no, I didn't do this video to sell crystals, even though you buy them and you love them. I did this video for free, and I didn't, of course, I've got people are interested in what I do and what I sell. But what I'm talking about are these people who deliberately set up workshops, who deliberately make businesses so that everything's funneled into a certain place where, you know, they get you. And I've never done that, and I've always struggled. And you can ask all these so-called amazing gurus on the internet who I've had. I'm not even going to mention certain people's names, but the top ones who have said to me, Mark, I'm going to make you this, I'm going to do this to you, and you're going to do it this way. And I've said, nah, it doesn't feel right. That feels like you're taking advantage. So anyway, I've gone off on one now. Flipping heck, I was meant to be talking about that. Can't even remember what the question was. Silly me, sorry. You know what I'm like. Mark, how do you know if you are on your path, and which path is the path that Spirit is trying to guide me on? Beautiful question. Okay guys, little workshop on this. Let's try and tackle that. Well, many people often come to me over the years and have always tried to find their true path. What is their path? What, Mark? I don't know who I am, what I am, where I'm going. I don't know what to do. I've tried many different things and nothing has succeeded. Everything's failed that I've tried to do. And everything that I thought I wanted to do, I started doing, and I felt sick and didn't feel right. And I felt this, I felt that. Okay, well, this is a really interesting question, because Spirit tries to guide us a lot of the times but cannot interfere. That's one thing, they can't interfere. I think there are exceptions that I truly believe, and one exception was when I was young. I was pulled back from being killed by a car, and I have known hundreds if not thousands of the same kind of stories where Spirit has intervened. And you would argue back, well, why didn't they intervene with me because I had a car accident? I don't know. Well, I do know, but I don't want to go down that path. But let's say the bigger picture is that sometimes we come in this world to learn certain things, okay? And those things can only be learned through difficult experiences and the challenges we put ourselves through. But I don't want to go down that path now, because you're going to start shouting at me and saying, no, I didn't come here to have that happen to me and to have that happen to my daughter or my brother. I'm not here to fight or argue. I'm not here to prove. I'm just here to express myself through the understanding of many thousands of people who have experienced many challenging things and the many diverse energies that come from them. So some will accept them and embrace them and grow stronger from them and accept them in many different ways, and some will hate and always live in that anger and blame of the universe of Spirit of karma in my life. So how do we know when we're guided? How do we know when the right path is in front of us? I've often shared with you many stories about people who have come to me who I have said after 5 or 8 years, have you seen now your journey from when you first came to me till now? And they go, what do you mean? I said, well, the first time you came to see me, your head was down, and now look at you, your head's up. And you've been to see me maybe 6 or 10 times throughout the 8 years. And I said, do you remember? Do you want me to show you how it goes? It goes like this. You started here, and then you went here, and you buried your head down in the sand and you cried. And then from there, when you realized that was painful, you went to there. And then you buried your head and cried. And then you went to there, and then you went to there, and you went to there, and all of a sudden you're now here. And look at your head, it's held high. Look at your body, look at your energy, look at your smile, inside and out. Yeah. And I said, well, do you remember the first day you went to that first painful situation? Yes. What did you learn from that? Well, I learned from that, and you know the next path that you took? Yeah. If you hadn't have gone on that path, would you have met John on that path? No, because Mary told me about John. So therefore you were in pain, but Mary told you about John. Yes. And from where John was, who helped you, where it all went wrong, but John mentioned somebody called Stephanie, and you went to that path, and you went, yes. So if it wasn't for this path, you wouldn't have got to Stephanie. No. And getting to Brian, as you needed to do, and saying goodbye to Stephanie because she hurt you, you're now at Brian's energy. But then Brian let you down, and now you're here at your own business and a beautiful man called Shane, who you love very much. Look at the journey that you've been on. If you would have not taken any of them journeys, you would not be where you are now. Yes, Mark. So I ask you now, where you are now, my beautiful angel, would you change any of the things that you went through? If now what you know and the happiness and the joy and your business and your whole heart of being able to do what you're doing and sharing and helping with the world and living with a beautiful man called Shane, who you're now pregnant to and you're about to have a child. Ask yourself, be honest, would you, if you had the choice to finish all of those, clear them away from your life, but you wouldn't have what you've got now? Think about it. Mark, I wouldn't change a thing. Okay, thank you very much. So that's one aspect what I used to ask my clients and work with, because I would say the same thing. I wouldn't change one single heartbreak, one single painful issue and situation, and being in hospital with all the issues I've had. I wouldn't change them for the world, because look at where I am now. So you ask me and you ask that beautiful lady sat down, who's now pregnant with a big smile on her face, with a beautiful husband. Ask, do you really think, ask yourself, do you really think that everything went wrong? Do you really think that their path was a wrong path? My beautiful friends, there is no such thing as coincidence. There is no such thing as, this happened and it was so bad and it's all gone wrong. No, it's all gone right. Because everything that you experience leads you to where you're going. And each of these experiences is your chosen path, is a gentle nudge by spirit. So there is no bad paths. There is no wrong paths. They are all simply paths of experience. What I noticed very quickly along my journey is this. There are paths that you are on, and there are junctions, there are turns, and there are blind spots, and there are fast motorways, and there are all sorts of highways of, oh my God, this is a queue, there's so many people, oh my God, we're having to wait now, oh Jesus, bumper to bumper. That's what life's about, it's like that. So how can I get a TomTom that tells me not to go down that path, because if I go down there, there's a massive queue and I'll have to wait 1 hour? Is there any other ways I can turn? Well, in my world, there's always a little TomTom, a navigation system inside your heart that whispers to you all the time. And do you know how I cleverly found out? Because I got mad with myself. I used to get mad with myself and say, why are you doing this? And what do you mean by that, Mark? What do you mean? Why would you get mad with yourself? I'll tell you why I get mad with myself. Because I, like you and everybody else, from a child who's been thrown into a school and been told how to behave, how to think, how to act, what to do, how to do it, how to be intelligent, how to be this, and to get the best job and move up the ladder and always this and be first at the race and this, and there's no such thing as failure and blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, you've got this mindset. And it's the mindset you have to clear. And you have to now listen to your TomTom, to your navigation system, which is here. It's here. It's plugged in here. It's called your heart, and it's far more than the word heart. It's all seeing, it's all understanding, it's all future understanding, it's all future seeing, it's your intuition, it's your power, it's everything, it's your creation. And I fast learned that I was having a battle between here and here. And that's why I used to say to everybody, tell your mind to shut up, because it's your mind that's going to try and overpower or overspeak or overshout over this whisper inside your inside TomTom navigation. So I learned to trust, and I learned to listen to my heart over my head. So my quickest path began when I said, you know what? What a great idea. Let's try this. Or let me do this because maybe I should be doing this. And maybe I should be telling people I'm going here and doing this. And you know what? Is that ego? Yes, there is ego attached to that. But that ego is only being fed by what you were told you should and shouldn't do. So in truth, it's not your fault. And ego can come out at any time thinking, oh, well, I'm going to go here and I'm going to do this. And I was saying to people this year, I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there. And I'm going to do this retreat here and this retreat there. And then stop. And I go, oh my God. Think about what you're doing, Mark. Or what am I doing? You are putting pressure on yourself. You are putting pressure on yourself to do things, and now all of a sudden this pressure is making you feel more intense and more nervous and more worried about, oh, now you have to do this and you have to do that. Stop, Mark. So I went, oh my God, you're right. What am I doing? I'm just following what I've been taught, and because everybody else is doing it, I'm feeling that I should have to. No, you don't have to do anything, guys. You don't. What you have to do is follow your happiness. And you know, simplicity is so valuable. Forget money. Forget it. You can have as much money as you want, but if your life is filled with complications and issues and problems, it's meaningless. Meaningless. So now, I listen to Spirit. And I ask myself, before I make a choice or a move, is that wise? Am I going to be filled with love and happiness? But more importantly, am I going to be filled with inner peace if I do that? And you know, Spirit always leads you to inner peace and leads you to the simplistic and easy and free life. Free meaning not being told what to do, not being put on a certain situation where you have to do these things because others are telling you to do. Spirit gently and wisely guides you away from people who try to put pressure on you, who try to make you do things. This is why we have to break free from the system. We have to break free from it to be able to be who we are and how we find our own path and journey. So it's a really complex situation because you're thinking, oh, you get your book and you sit down and say, right, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to be this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to make this happen. And I think a lot of the times that's all up here. It's all up here because we feel that we should be famous. We should be making a difference in this world. We should be making things happen. And I would say be very careful. Be very careful because one, when you realize that you might not make things happen, you go inside and feel bad and upset because you've created an illusion that you believed was, well, I need to create it by saying it. There is a difference. There is a difference. So I meet somebody, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's create something amazing. Then you start to do it and the reality sinks in and then you feel sick because you realize maybe that wasn't a good choice because now I've got all these pressures. And the thing is, my alarm bell is pressure. If anybody throws something at me saying, hey, how come I'm not getting this? How come this isn't happening? That's it. That's my alarm bell to say, enough, away, get back, leave me alone, go and bother somebody else. And I tread really carefully now, and I try and keep my life as simple as possible, yet the right things then come into my life which flow. Well, how did that happen, Mark? Actually, I don't know how it happened, but isn't it beautiful? Mark, you did a lovely event called Illuminate. How did it happen? Hey, I was sat here meditating with my beautiful girlfriend. We were sat down meditating on some oils. We were working on some oils and we were sat meditating, sending our love. And I just from nowhere grabbed a piece of paper and put Illuminate 2019. And when I'd finished, she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." And I had tears in my eyes. I says, "I now know what I need to do." "What's that?" I said, "I need to do an event free of charge for everybody to come and eat fresh fruit and vegetables, to have maybe 50 or 100 healers upstairs doing healings freely on everybody, and lots of amazing people coming to talk freely. And they would walk through that door and they would experience healing free, beautiful conversations of talks, of uplifting talks by amazing people. And when they leave, they all get a beautiful energized crystal." You know what, guys? I made that happen in a matter of weeks in a big hotel, and the money came in to be able to do it, to get the hotel, to buy the crystals and work with them, to get the platform, to get the microphones, to get people all to come. And all of these people just came. Now, some people, it would take a year to make that happen. And we had thousands of people who came. And a lot of people didn't even want to walk in because they thought, well, there's a catch here. This guy wants something. There's something wrong here. He can't be offering free. There must be something wrong with the food. Or well, why are they giving free healing? There's a catch. There was no catch. It was just out of love, because I was inspired by an idea which just came. So I guess the moral of the story is this, guys. It's not always brainstorming. It's not always wanting to know your path and finding it. Sometimes in the stillness, your paths come to you. Your thoughts and ideas and channeling come to you, and then it just happens. I guess that's it, guys. I guess that's one of the questions I wanted to share with you. I hope you got something from this conversation. You now kind of understand how I work. I'm not an ABC guy. I just go from one place to another, and hopefully it comes back and you get something from each video that I try and put out to you with love to help you along your journey. I guess what I'm saying ultimately is that spirit always guides us, and it's up to us to be able to listen to them. And I guess the ending of this video is the greatest battle we all have is the battle between our heart and mind. So today, let your mind go. Let it go. Tell it to be quiet and say, give it 2 weeks off and listen to your heart. And I promise you, your life will change. And inner peace comes, as well as the simplistic flow of life, where everything happens and creates in its way, where people say, "How did you do that?" And I go, "I don't really know, it just happened." That, my dear friends, is my humble opinion on how to walk your path of truth. But never forget, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever step you take is your path. No matter how beautiful or how challenging, it's still your journey. So from my heart to yours, have a great day, guys. Love you all. Take care of yourself. And get your fingers crossed. Ebook comes out tomorrow, hopefully, on the new website. Go on! Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm going to introduce you to the beautiful soul who I basically gave up on the website about a year ago, and a beautiful soul. I'm going to introduce you tomorrow, hopefully, to the beautiful soul who was the one who embraced it, took it on, and never stopped believing in it. For me, I just let it go, and yes, you will meet a beautiful soul tomorrow on my video. We chat together, and I want you to meet the maker of markbayerski.com, the genius and the brains and the heart and the soul and the passion behind the new website. I'm looking forward to that. So, okay, take care, guys. Wish me luck today. Let's hope the transition of the old website to the new website goes through nice and steady. Fingers crossed, everybody. Thanks very much. It's an exciting moment for me. Take care. Hope this video served you well. Thanks for subscribing once again to Mark Bayerski YouTube channel. Look, we're nearly at 100,000. Get on! Slap that thigh. 100,000. Oh, is he real? Is this real? Pinching himself. Oh. Okay. What should we give away? Let's give this away today. It's a genuine Tactite It's a hand tactite you work with, okay? So I'll scroll down today and see somebody's name, or just feel something, and I'll be sending this to you. When you see a message to you and it says, please send this screenshot of me telling you it's yours, please do that. Screenshot it and then send it to Sonia at info@markbayerski.com. So look out, guys, on your comments to see if I've made a comment saying the crystal is for you today. A beautiful, 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 powerful stone if you struggle with stomach problems, issues with your back, anything that causes you issue if you're a beautiful, highly sensitive soul who has to cope with people being awful to you through the day. This, my dear friends, by holding this for 1 hour, at least a day if you can, through the day, half an hour, 15 minutes here, but if you can keep that, or even mount it for 1 hour, if you mount it here and hold it in your hand here, you will find that that negativity from your body and from around you will be absorbed into this amazing crystal, okay? Tektite, it's called. I always call it tactite, but it's tektite, okay? It's like Moldavite, but a lot easier and accessible to buy, better price, and it just serves one thing. Moldavite does a hell of a lot more. This just does one thing to me. It absorbs all the negativity, all the issues. It's an absorber, so powerful. It's like a sponge that soaks up negativity from around you and within you. Okay, so watch out, guys. Good luck to the chosen one. Remember, the crystal chooses you. Take care then. I've talked enough today. Love you all. Bye bye, guys.